Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Philomina in the building. If this is your first time here, you're absolutely welcome. If you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Today, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a rundown of what Aunty spoke to the guest about. If you watch my previous video, you see that she has already spoken to some other couples. So today, she just came back to finish up the conversation she had with the love guest. So she started with Obiebi, and the question, the regular question she was asking, what are your deal breakers? What don't you like about your partner? All those kind of questions. So the first question she asked is, what don't you like about your partner? And Obi went ahead to answer and said he doesn't like the fact that Obi has some certain mood swings, and Abi now said she doesn't like the fact that he approaches her in one particular manner, and that is the thing that they don't like about each other. So after going back and forth and explaining what the this is, what the that is, Aunty now came to the conclusion that they had communication issues, that they should just work on that. Moving on to the next thing, she now asked them what their deal breaker was, and the deal breaker for Abi is assuming, when somebody assumes that, oh, she's something while she's not. Obi now said his deal breaker is quarreling. As for me, I feel like they're just saying what this other person is not, and that is their deal breaker. Anyways, moving on to the next thing, Aunty was now really stern with Abi about the fact that she sent a mail that she wanted to check out. So Aunty was like, you cannot just be sending me that kind of mail. Do you want to check out? She says no. Do you want to be with him? Yes. Do you want to be with her? Yes. So she was not like, you can't be sending me such messages or such mails. If you want to check out, or you mistakenly send me that kind of message again, it takes only 24 hours and you are out of the love pad. Moving on to the next thing, it was Chivia now. Aunty now called them to speak with them. She asked them, well, what is your deal breaker? Sylvia said her deal breaker is cheating and physical abuse. Then Aunty now asked Chidi. Chidi was like, oh, well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that either. He probably thinks that he's cheating as well. Aunty now asked Chidi, do you have any secrets you would love to share? He said no, he doesn't have any. He has spoken to Sylvia about almost everything, that he doesn't think he has any. Sylvia now said she too, she doesn't have any secrets. Aunty now asked, okay, what is the best relationship you have had in the past, and what do you miss about that relationship? Sylvia now said, well, there's this guy she dated, that she actually left the guy because she knew that she couldn't cope with him. He really doesn't know how to speak English. So she thought it was something she could deal with, something she could handle, but she had to leave it because it was too much. She couldn't handle it. But what she misses the most about that relationship is the fact that he makes her happy, he's there for her and all that. So Aunty now said, okay, asked Chidi, what is your past relationship and what do you miss about it? He was like, his ex looks out for him a lot, and that is what he misses. But according to Sylvia, Chidi is already making her happy, so it's okay, it's fine. I then asked Sylvia, okay, what makes you happy? She's not like, well, when somebody's just there with me, holding my hand, letting me know that, see, I'm here, or I'm here for you, I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, that is what makes her happy. Moving on to the next people she called was Bolar. So Bolar came in, Aunty now asked her, oh, what's up with you and Presh, that's Presh Tucker, because they've had some friction here and there, some issues. So she was just explaining what happened, long story. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. Aunty now said, how do they feel about the nominations? And Bolar said, funny enough, she was shocked because it was new to her. She has been having, 2 nominations, 3 nominations, but this time 6, come on. So because of that, she was shocked. It was new, but she said that like the next day she got over it, that it doesn't really mean anything to her. But Arnold said that for him, he felt bad at all. He was shocked as well because he said some people had some kind of conversations with him, and he mentioned Iykeresa, and Iykeresa have had this conversation with them before that, we're not going to nominate each other, we're going to be here till the end. So how come they were surprised? He was surprised when they mentioned his name and all that, but then they're okay. He feels like people are being threatened by them, so it's fine, it's all right, they're going to pass, it's going to pass, so they move on. Yeah, moving on to the next thing, Aunty now asked them, so what don't you like about your partner? And Arnold now said he doesn't like the fact that Bolar always wants to make her points. And he said, I call her Pepe Body. Bolar now said he doesn't want me to express myself. So that was the issue that they had. And Aunty now said, okay, so there's a communication issue, or you feel like he said she's not a good listener, she doesn't listen, but Bolar is saying no, that she listens. But anyways, Aunty now asked them if they had any secrets they would like to share. Bolar said, well, that the only thing she has to say is the fact that there is this guy that was supposed to get married to her, but they couldn't get married because of genotype issues. So yeah, that is about the thing that she has to say. Arnold also now said he doesn't really have a secret, but Aisha has not mentioned the fact that there is this ex. He has not told Bolar about it, so that is about it. Moving on to the next thing, Aunty now asked them what the deal breaker was for Bolar. Bolar said cheating, she can't deal with people who cheat. Arnold now said he cannot deal with people who don't listen. Moving on to the next thing, Bolar now said she feels like Arnold is misunderstanding her because he feels that as far as somebody doesn't agree with him, somebody doesn't take his opinion, it means you don't listen. That she has been trying to explain to him that, see, taking somebody's opinion or disagreeing is okay, it's fine. Two people must not have the same opinion all the time. But Arnold, once you don't agree with him, he just feels like you're not listening to him, you don't listen. And Aunty now said they should go and talk about it by themselves, that this is just a communication issue and all. Aunty now kept explaining to them that because they had a task that they did, they brought mud and they did some molding. So she was not like, so just like the molding you did, you take out some part of the mud, take out some part of the clay and all that and put it together. So if you people want to make this work, you have to take some things out, put some things here to make it work. And so it was now time for Iykeresa. So when Iykeresa they came in, the first thing that Aunty asked them was how they picked their nominations. So they were like, well, they've been picking some people. They have some friends in the house and they decided to be picking some others, but they said to themselves that it's not fair, that they should now pick some of their friends and probably go and apologize later. So that is how they do their nominations. They now said they also have this feeling in the house that people feel like, oh, because they are young, they probably don't know what they want, like they are just here. But while some others have so much faith in them that even though they are young, that they can make this work. So it is something that actually inspires them, it encourages them, that the way people have faith in them, it actually encourages them. Moving on to the next thing, Aunty now asked Teresa, what don't you like about your partner? She now said, well, she doesn't like the fact that he's a correction fluid, that he can be that, because she mentioned the fact that he was a correction fluid the other time, but it was about her career. Now this time around, she's saying he actually does it for everything, and the fact that he's also competitive. Then Aunty now said, what does Ike not like about Teresa? Ike now said he actually likes almost everything, that he can't really place his hands around anything. But one thing that she does is that she has mood swings, but he understands because he has sisters who usually just have these mood swings, so it's normal to him. So he's just learning to deal with it, and that is it. So Aunty now asked, okay, what do you like about your partner? And now Aunty have to say, well, I like the fact that he corrects me, but it's just how he goes about it. Blah, 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 blah. Moving on to the next thing, Aunty now asked, what is going to be your deal breaker for you? Teresa said cheating, and when a partner lies, and probably physical abuse. Then Ike now said, well, even in the cheating, that should be his deal breaker, but then he will first find out why, and the why is going to be if it's going to be a deal breaker. Because if there's a reason, he will say okay, but if there's no reason, he just wanted to cheat because he wanted to cheat, then yeah, you are going to leave, or he's going to leave. Moving on to the next thing, Aunty now asked them, what was your best relationship and what do you miss about that relationship? I now started explaining and saying, oh, I miss the friendship, I miss the understanding, I miss the love, I miss the feeling, I miss the vibe, I miss the spontaneity. Teresa was just looking at him like this, are you serious? Like I'm here and you're missing all those things. Then Teresa on the other hand now said what she misses about her ex is the fact that he's God-fearing. And then I said, what do you ex? When you say God-fearing, what do you mean? She's like, we prayed together, we went to church together, we fasted together, some spiritual activities, we did them together. And she now went on to say that he goes the extra mile for me. And then he made me his trophy girlfriend. So I was like his trophy girlfriend. I could say, Anyways, that was it for today, and yeah, they had a good time. But later, Bolar and Arnold now started having a conversation. Arnold was just So Bolar said, see, we need to talk this through. We need to talk this through, because I don't understand how you will go in there and I'm just hearing some things. You're just saying some things that are so surprising to me. If you felt that way about it, you could have talked about it. But you're making me feel like, oh, I'm doing well this period, I'm listening this period, and all. Then now we went to talk to Aunty and you're saying all these things. Because he mentioned something, he said that she's a gossip and all. She now asked him, okay, give me instances if you say I gossip. He couldn't talk. She now started saying, are you trying to say that, oh, I cannot have my own opinion, you don't want me to express myself, oh, I'm very expressive, so you don't want me to. He now started saying, see, I'm not even going to have any issues with you. I don't want to tell you what to do and what not to do. Because Bolar made a statement. She said, if you were the one that told me something, I'm going to listen and try to, understand, and probably take some of your advice and some of your instructions, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I do some. But when I tell you something, because I don't just agree with you, you don't take it, you feel like I'm just being opinionated. So Arnold said that, see, don't worry about anything. Everything I've told you before, forget about it. Live your life. Go about your normal life. Anyhow you want to live. I'm not going to say anything again. You see me, Arnold, I'm not going to say anything to you. Just live your life and let it be. And Bolar was not like, no, let's stop this. He said, say anything you are saying, I'm not going to hear. I cannot even listen. I'm not listening. I've just said my own. I'm not going to correct you again. Sure, you are expressive now. Express yourself. And all the things I've been telling you to do, don't worry about it. Move on. They shall having this conversation going back and forth. This one doesn't want to agree, that one doesn't want to agree. Whew. Anyways, guys, please, I'd like to know your views. Leave your comments below. You know all these things now. Let us. Oh, how can I forget this? How did I forget? No, please, let us take it back a bit, guys, let us take it back a bit. When Aunty was talking to Iykeresa, she asked them if they had any secrets. So the secrets that Teresa said she had was that she has this friend. Ike said he didn't have any secrets. Teresa said she has this friend, and this friend has been in her life for 9 years, and he has a feeling, or he keeps saying that she's his wife, meaning that he is going to get married to her. She was like, anyways, I don't believe him, it's okay, it's just that he's my friend. Aunty was like, okay, what kind of friend is he? Is he a friend with benefit? She was like, well, yes, but there's really nothing. He has been there even through the past the ex relationship I've had. He has always been there. So I just sat down there and he was calculating in split seconds. Just there asking, that means you knew him from secondary school. Is that what you're saying? She was like, no, that she met him in the university. He now said, if you are 23 and it's 9 years ago, it means that it was 2011, and in 2011 you said you were in secondary school, so you met him in secondary school then. She's not like, well, I've known him before, I've known him since, but it's in university that we actually now met, all those kind of. The story was summer, but I trust Ike. They're going to have this conversation later. They're going to talk about it later. So yeah, that was what happened. How would I have missed this hot part of the gist? Anyways, guys, please, I'd like you to leave your comments below. Let us talk, let us gist as usual. If you're here to subscribe, please, it is important that you do so, okay? I'm going to see you in my next one, guys. Bye! No, before I go, shout out to Adetutu Pratt. I see you, and thank you for always commenting on my videos. Bye.